have a cat on my lap. Your game will be saved automatically at certain points. However, we recommend you put aside an hour and a half to complete home in a single setting. Turn the sound up. Turn off the lights. I'm not turning the lights off because I need to see. All I remember at that point was finding myself alone. Oops. Why won't you go down? Oh. Oh, my head. Where was I? It was so dark. There was something by my feet. A flashlight. That house. Where was I? And the controller is rumbling. There was a body lying on the floor. Who was it? There's a drip. The desk had a computer and some papers on it, and a single drawer. I didn't want to snoop, but did I open the drawer? Yes. Receipts, pens, and a blurry photo. Looked like a store of some kind. Why did this look so familiar? Blood on the wall. It smelled fresh and sickening. I realized there was blood on my shoes and pants. Oh man, I had to get out of there. I noticed that I limped as I moved down the stairs. How did I hurt my leg? I wondered. All I could really recall was coming home, seeing Rachel. I was upset. She looked afraid. I shook my head and tried to clear it. I knew I should head downstairs, try to find a way out. Oh, why? I muted myself. Stop that. The shelf was full of books on local history and hunting. It seemed like the owner of the house really knew the area. There's a door there. Oh. A thin gray mouse was stuck in a trap. I looked frantic but exhausted. Did I free it? Yes. And it went into a little mouse hole. A collection of rusty tools. These looked like they'd seen a lot of use and were caked in damp-smelling dirt. Why weren't they in a shed? I found a picture of a couple. It looked like it had been moved a lot. There seemed to be a switch behind it. Did I push the switch? Yes. It depressed smoothly into the wall. I heard a far away click somewhere. An old dining table covered in dirty dishes for 2 people. There were dozens of beer cans and other liquor bottles among the dishes. The smell was turning my stomach. A black and white photo looked like the man upstairs and his wife, I guessed. There was no reason for me to keep this. Did I take it? Yes. Slip the photo into my pocket. Maybe this would help me find some answers. The door was taped up and seemed to be stuck. By the smell, I guessed it led to the kitchen. That switch in the wall worked. The door had been unlocked. Oh. Okay. I know what that is. We are coming back to that. Oh. Okay. There were sheets of paper all over the kitchen table. It looked like a series of names were written down, but they were too smudged to read. I could only make out a few of the notes. Keycard, Ocker, last one, I promise. It didn't make much sense at the time. Oh, it's a missile. You know what? Oh. The smell of old dishes and moldy food was dizzying. Oh, I can't read it now. Okay. I looked like hell. My clothes were dirty and torn. There was mud caked all over my shoes. Ooh. The front door was blocked by a pile of furniture. I knew I had to find another way out. The bathroom was spotless. Everything had been wiped to a sheen. I wonder if it was the man's wife who did the cleaning or him. There was a photo development tray lying on the floor. Some leftover negatives were sticking out, but they were pretty blurry. I thought I saw what looked like tree tops. Oh, I don't want to do this. The box looked heavy, but there were marks on the floor. It had obviously been moved before. Maybe I found a way out. I must have moved it, right? Yes. I heaved the box forward and it finally gave. Oh, I don't want to do this. Oh, he looks up. Did I miss anything? There was a ladder going underground where the box was. A dank smell rose from the passage. Did I climb down the ladder? Yes. I looked again at the photo I found in the house. The couple looked distant, like they didn't want to be in the same picture. I wondered where the wife was. My leg was in terrible shape, but I had to get out. Oh. Footprints in the dirt looked like more than one kind, and a lot of traffic. Places all over were marked on the old map of town. The industrial area near the river, various houses, and even the water tower near the old rail station. Okay, I need a drink. My throat is dry. Newspaper clippings from the local paper. They were all about murders in towns over the last few years. Wait. There were photos of our house. What the hell was that about? Maybe I should have looked around more, tried to find some kind of information. I looked everywhere. Oh, Rachel, please be okay. I wanted to rush home, but I had to find a way out first, and I needed to see what else was down there. The guy upstairs must have done this, but what was his interest in the water tower? Some of the markings matched the scribbles I saw on the bookshelf upstairs. Okay, well, I'm going to have to go back and look at every damn thing, aren't I? Those boxes would have allowed me to climb up the ladder, but I didn't want to go back up there. Not with that body, all that blood. Okay, I guess I'm not. I must hydrate. A work table covered in papers, dirt, and a handgun. I hated guns. I didn't take it, did I? Oh. No. I didn't even want to touch the thing. Better left it where it was. Should I take the gun? Oops. Do I still have an option? Should I take the gun? If I die, it's your fault. It was so dark down there, and the air smelled stale and putrid. I couldn't believe what I saw. What was this place? Oh. Rusted hooks like the kind you'd find in a butcher hung from the ceiling. They looked pitted and worn from heavy use. The man That man upstairs, did he do this? Some kind of homemade rack slung together with poorly cut wood and rope. It was caked with old blood. Somebody didn't actually use that, did they? The smell in that room was like old grease and rot. I wasn't getting any closer to finding anything useful. I was getting more nauseated the longer I stayed there. I felt sick and weak, like I had eaten for days. Crudely made shelves. They looked like they were holding cans of some kind of corrosive. Labels were worn and slick, but I could still see the warnings. The slight fumes that still emanated from the cans made me dizzy. Okay, there's a... Ooh, it looked like a cage. It was small, but there was something coating the bottom, something wet. This is getting worse all the time. I knew I had to keep moving. The desk looked old and was caked with grime. On it was a stack of old, faded paper covered with what looked like names. They were scratched out, and illegible notes were written beside them in faded blue ink. I could only make out a few letters. Het, if, a, help, bleh, bleh, bleh. None of it made any sense to me. Nothing about Rachel or Mia wasn't in there. Maybe I needed to keep looking. Oh my god. Oh, that's a skeleton. There looked like to be bones half dug into the ground, and the remains looked old. The faded clothes that stuck up among the dirt looked familiar. They looked like the clothes that woman was wearing in the photo I found. Was this the man's wife? I wonder what would have I found if I had dug deeper. Well, don't dig deeper. What if I can go back? Hang on. I want to check something real quick. No, I can't. Yeah, it's actually kind of neat. Ooh. This is actually as far as I got. Some kind of old boxes that look like they were years old. Wait a minute, these boxes had old clothes in them. Clothes I remember throwing out for Rachel and moved to town. What the hell were they doing there? If I was scared before, I was terrified now. Why were there photos of our house there? And these clothes? Was that why I was there? I checked my back pocket and realized my wallet was missing. Did I come to that house or did somebody bring me? I don't want to do this. I was coming and it still made me jump. I remember noticing the broken ladder. I had to be careful. Hi, Penny. There was rope hanging there. I wasn't sure how sturdy it was. Did I take it? Yes. Maybe the rope would make that broken ladder easier to descend. Oh! I have the rope now. There must have been a use for around somewhere. Oh. Okay, hang on. I'm shaking a little bit. Pet the cat. Regain some strength. Oh. The rope I found would have let me climb down the broken ladder safely. Did I climb down? Hang on. What else could I do? I had to find a way to go over there. What's up here? The Biddles went up here. Yes, 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 yes. I could hear a faint hum and the smell from before started to get worse. Ooh. A bunch of old newspaper weight pasted together. A message had been hastily smeared on it. Keep out, danger due to cave in. Oh, wonderful. I wanted nothing more than to get out of there. Does this say anything? The ladder was too high to reach. I must have tried to find a way out from the where. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, get comfortable. Comfortable. Oh, Lord. My hands tingled. My hands tingled from the burn of sliding down that rope. It was lucky I found that. Who knows what would have happened if I had jumped down. Still, it was all I could do to not have rushed out of that awful place. That rack, those terrible tools. What the hell was going on back there? The metal door groaned as I leaned into it, causing my heart to skip a beat at the sound. As I peered ahead into the dark of the next room, I worried what I should have taken from the... I worried that I should have taken that gun I saw. But me, with a gun? Oh no. An exposed ventilation shaft. Maybe someone crawled through there. But it was so high up that it must have been a sore landing. I'm covered in cat fur. There was dirt on the ground. It looked wet and there was grass smeared with it. I could hear a faint trickling sound, like water. What was that? Probably water? A kitchen knife covered in drying blood. Thinking about it made me sick. I didn't even want to touch it. Did I take the knife? Do I want to take the knife? I was relieved to I was relieved to leave the filthy night right where I found it. I don't trust that. Yes, take the knife. Somehow the knife seems a better idea than the gun in that tunnel. The controller's shaking again. The door was locked. There was musty smell from inside. Oh shit. I wasn't sure, but I thought it was some kind of regulator. I had no idea how it worked. Through the dust, I could see handprints from previous use, probably from whoever worked in those sewers. I wasn't sure what those valves were. Did I turn it anyway? I left the valve alone. You know what? Yes. Oh, don't shake. Oh, that was a squeaky one. Oh, don't squeak. Whatever these valves did, this one wasn't pumping water anymore. Oh, the valve was still active. Did I turn again? I'm scared. I'm shaking. I don't like this. gonna do a thing, it's gonna do a thing, it's gonna do a thing. Hang on. Where does this take me? What the hell? Disgusting. It was a mess of filthy garbage bags. There was rips and tears in most of the bags. What looked like an old videotape was sticking out. Did I take the tape? Yes. Wasn't sure what I hoped to discover with the tape, but I took it anyway. Did not want to keep digging through this mess. Well, you might have seen other ones. Turning those valves must have drained the water that was in this room. There was a ladder I could reach. Oh! Looked like the water drained out of the grate in the wall. There was a small metal key left floating in the shallow pool of France water. Did I take it? Yes. I pocketed the small key, but it was so odd-shaped I had no idea when it might open. The smell hadn't improved much. The room was damp. The safety poster had definitely seen better days. How old was that facility? The faded paper was yellow and dusty, but there had obviously been wiped off recently. The door was locked. I could see a faint light within. Rude. Oh, don't open. There was a security camera in the room. There must have been a way to see what had happened. Maybe the VHS tape I found could be useful. I couldn't help but wonder if someone was watching me from the other side. I found another dead body, a sewer worker. By the wounds all over his face and body, I figured he'd been stabbed repeatedly. There was a key ring sticking out of the man's pocket. Did I take it? Yes. I thought about the knife I had found with some disgust as I carefully picked the keys from the pocket. I was almost worried he was going to grab me. Oh. There was a hint of fresh air here. I must have been near an exit, but I wondered, what did that key I found on the sewer worker do? What was on the videotape I found? This must have been the other end of that ventilation shaft. Whoever used it could have gone past that flooded room with this. Oh, good, we're going up. As I slowly climbed the ladder, I felt the knife in my boot and the jolting pain in my leg. I wondered what was on the VHS tape I found, or in that locked room. Should I have gone back to check? Oh, as I popped the latch above me, the dark scent of pine trees pushed aside the horrible smell of those sewers. No. The lid had fallen on the entrance there, and it was stuck shut. Oh, I missed it. Shit. No, he had a limp, but he stuck the knife in his... Let's never do that again.